For most of human history, people haven't been responsible for emitting much carbon dioxide or other heat-trapping gases. But then, as population grew, people started clearing land for large-scale agriculture, and this released carbon dioxide, shown here in green. And then, around the time of the Industrial Revolution, people started burning large amounts of fossil fuels, first coal, and then oil, and finally natural gas. And emissions, shown here in yellow, have grown sharply during the last 200 years. The amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere built up because CO2 remains in the atmosphere for a long time. Some of it's taken up by plants and by the oceans, but some of that excess builds up in the atmosphere. So the total amount, or concentration of CO2, has built up as a result of these emissions and is now over 390 parts per million globally. Because CO2 traps heat in Earth's atmosphere, these rising levels have led to an increase in temperature. Since the Industrial Revolution in the late 1800s, temperature has risen 1.6 degrees Fahrenheit on global average, tracking right along with the increase in emissions and concentrations of carbon dioxide. So what you can see here is 1,000 years of carbon dioxide emissions, shown in green and yellow, the buildup of carbon dioxide, shown in blue, and finally the temperature change that all this has led to. And this, in a nutshell, is the story of global warming.